Hey, hi guys, welcome back to our channel that is Pyborn, and my name is Rajesh Thakur, and today I'm going to discuss about the loop and iteration. So in case of other language like a C, C++, Java, there is a three kind of loops are going on like a do while, for loop, while loop, right? But in case of Python, there is only two loop, which is for loop and another one is while loop. And let's discuss about the how the for loop while loop is going to work at all, and in a while. Just let me share my screen. Yes. Okay. So why, first of all, we should know why we need a loop, right? So there is I already told you there is only two kind of loop in case of Python, like one is for loop, another is while loop. Let's first understand the for loop, and in a while I'll show you the while loop also. So suppose you want to print one message like 1 minute, Pybron. You want to print this message like a Pybron 100 time. So what you can do, if you want to print this Pybron 100 time, so there is only one option right away. You can do like this. You can write a method print, and inside a print method you can write like this, right? 100 time. Okay, 100 times. Don't you think so? As a programmer, it's not a good approach to print this Pybron, because 100 line of code, if you are going to write a same line of code on 100 times, it's not a good approach, right? So in order to overcome this kind of problem, we are going to implement for loop. So how the for loop is going to be work? Let's understand the for loop. In case of Java, I would like to show you something. In case of other language, what, or parent language you must say, from where the for loop has been implemented. Like in case of Java, what is that? We have to initialize the variable. We have to initialize the variable, initialize, then increment, sorry, then initialize, then condition, and then in increment or decrement we are going to do, right? Increment or decrement, right? These are the syntax for the another programming language like a C, C++, Java. But in case of Python, is not like that. In case of Python, everything is going to be handled at a backend. You should not be initialize anything for at all. So for you can define one variable, and you can define any iterator like a range function, list, anything. And what is going to be happen? Suppose I define here list. Okay, I define here list, and you just define one list here like this, and inside of list 1 comma 2 comma 3 comma 4, these are the different kind of variable, I must say. And I am going to, suppose I would like to print I, if I'm going to print the in first condition, I will be indicate to the 0th index. So what will be the value of this? 1. In the next condition, suppose you want to print 2, so automatically I value will get increased by 1, and this loop, this iteration will run till it is reaching to the last point of the list. So this is the fundamental, I must say, about the for loop. Let's implement these things on a code basis, how we can implement using the for loop. Let's clear my diagram, and let's come back to there. Okay, so as I already told you, suppose for I in range, function, and here you just define 0 comma 5, 0 comma 5. And if I am going to print I, and let's run this code, what is going to be happen? Just try to understand the concept. See, I can able to print here. You can see the my output window, right? I must print 0 to 4. 5 will not get print. Why it is not going to print? I already discussed in my previous window. Sorry, in my previous video. Okay, and yeah, this is about the for loop. And let's suppose you want to I must say, you want to print like from 5 to 4 1. So that also you can do. I'll show you in a while. And let's do play with the while loop also, so we can differentiate between the while loop and for loop. Okay, let's do this. Okay, so how the while loop is going to work? okay, I is equal to, suppose I had done the I is equal to 0, I is equal to, I initialize the 0, and I'm going to print here while, and here I'm going to put one condition, not put a condition, just a minute, I less than 0. Suppose I am saying I less than 0, and if I'm going to print it here, print I, let's see what is going to be happen. Just see this. Okay, it not got printed anything. Why because initially I value was 0, right? And it is checking the condition I 0 less than, no, it's not less than 0, right? So what we can do here, we can put the condition I is okay, and let's print this. Oh, it's my bad. Okay, what is going to be happen? See, if infinite loop is going to be start, and why it is going to be happen, initially I value was 0, and now in the, it is going to check in here inside of while loop, is 0 is less than 10. Yes, it is less than 10, so it is printing the value of I. Right now the value of I is 0, right now the value of I is 0. Right now I value of I is 0, and in the second condition again I value still is 0, and 0 is less than 10, so it is going to be. So this loop is going to be treat infinite time, because we did not put any stopping conditions. So guys, I would like to say the differentiate between the while loop and for loop. If user know in if programmer know in advance how many iteration I have to done, then I must suggest go with the for loop. If programmer doesn't know how many time my loop is going to be iterate, and complete control is going to be in the hand of the user, then we should go with the while loop. Okay, so there is a one key point, one difference between the for loop and while loop. If programmer means you knows in advance how many time iteration has to be done, then go with the for loop. If programmer doesn't know in advance how many time iteration has to be done, and complete control we are going to give to the user hand, then we should go with the while loop. Okay, anyway, let's we will do one more thing. 1 minute, let's do one more thing. Let me clear this. Okay, we can do the same thing how we did in a for loop, that also we can do, but before that we are going to see how to avoid this kind of thing. So what we can do here we can do one thing, I plus equal to 0 or plus equal to 1. Okay, so what is going to be happen with this? So let me run this code. Acha, this infinite loop is going to be run. Let me pause this first. Okay, now it is going to be, yes, it got printed. Oh, cool. So what is happening? See, I guess everyone has understood what we did here. So in the first condition, I will be 0. So 0 is less than 10, and it got printed the value of I. Okay, no doubt at all. Okay, and in the second condition, once the 0 got printed, and the next value, if we are going to print, the I will increase by 1, because in the line number 4, what I did here, I plus equal to 1. So 0 will become a 1, and 1 is less than 10, still the condition is true, and it is going to be print this 1. And in the after printing the 1, again I is going to be increased by 1, and new value of I will be 2, and 2 is less than 10, so it got printed the 2. In the same way it will reach till 9, and once the 9 is becoming 10, 9 is becoming 10, and 10 is not less than 10, so the condition is getting false, and it is printing only till 9, 0 to 9. Okay, so hope guys you understood the concept between the while loop and for loop. And I am going to show you some interesting thing what we can do with the for loop and while loop in a while. Okay, let me clear this, and I would like to give you some kind of assignment. One thing I would like to show you here, and I'll give you some assignment in this video. If you will have a look on that, so you will get a confidence on the for loop and while loop. Okay, so what we can do here, I'm going to show you something. I'm going to do something pattern programming, right? So again, as a data scientist, you should not know all the concept of programming, because you are going to be become a data scientist, not be a programmer. First thing, keep in your mind. Okay, so what we can do, we are going to print like this. So what I am going to do, I'm going to print this kind of pattern. Sorry, it's my bad, not like this. Okay, this kind of pattern we have to print. Okay, let's discuss about this. Okay guys, you can consider it as like this. It's a, don't you think so, it's a right angle triangle? Yes, it's a right angle triangle. Yes, exactly, we have to print a right angle triangle. Okay, so every pattern you should make it as in the form of some geometrical shape, so then it will be easy to understand the concept. So we have to, our agenda is to make a kind of right angle triangle. Let's do this thing. Okay, I'm going to remove all those things. So how we can do, for I in range, 0, 5, 0, 5, and print for, as you know here, two things are there, because one is row, another is column. So that's what we have to iterate, we have to think like this. Okay, let me show you this. Okay, what is our pattern? Like this. Okay, this is the pattern our, which we are going to make it out. So here one thing is there, one row, another is column, right? Another is column. So two things we have to think about that. One is row, so one loop will run for the row, another loop will run for the column, right? So okay, so this I is for row, and this j for the column. J in range of j in range of 0 comma I plus 1, 0 comma I plus 1. Okay, I'll discuss you about this, don't worry. I plus 1, how it is going to be work. And here you can do print ashtray, because we have to print ashtray, right? And here you can do like a comma int, that's all. And once it is done, so what you can do, print /r. Okay, let's run this program, what is going to be and what the output we are getting. Yes, we got our output. Oh cool. So what is happening, see, try to understand the concept first. In the first line number 1, I in range of 0 to 5 means I would like to iterate it. Okay, let me annotate this. In the first line itself, what we are going to do, in the first line itself, I am going to iterate the row from 0 to 5. So 0 to 5 means 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. It will come. And column I'm going to iterate, because column number is going to be increased. See, row column number is going to be increased with the row. In the first row, how many columns are there? 1. In the second row, how many columns are there? 2. In the third row, how many columns are there? 3. Means I must say the logic behind of that, with the increase of row, column number is also going to be increased. So what we can do here, so what I did, row number I'm going to increase by 1 by 1, and column number in the line number 2, I made a logic 0 to I plus 1. So suppose I will be in the first condition. What is the row? See, I, what is the row? I value is 0, right? In the first condition, if I value is equal to 0, in the second condition, means in case of column, the range 0 to 1, right? So in the that's what it will print ashtray, and after that it will print one space here. And once it got done, next condition, j will be 1, and 1 is not less than 1. Okay, so that's what it will come from the come out from the inner loop, and it will again go to the outer loop. And in this case, I become 1 because automatically it is going to be iterated. And now again inner for loop is going to be start from 0 itself, because once you are coming out from the inner any loop, then it is going to start from the beginning itself, right? So in this case, the range function in case of j, the range function will be 0 comma 2, 0, comma 2 means 0 and 1, 0 and 1, sorry, 0 and 1, right? So what is going to be happen? So in the second row, because I already put here slash r, so my mouse cursor will reach to the next line. You can do the slash and also, no problem at all. I'll show you that also. Okay, don't worry. And what is going to be happen? So 0 is less than 2, and it is going to be print 1 star here, 1 star here, and 1 space. And again I is going to, j is going to increase by 1, and in this case j value will be 1, 0, first time 0 and then 1, and 1 is less than 2, so it is going to be print as a star again. So this iteration will execute till the limit of that, and it is going to be print this pattern. Hope you guys understood. If you are not clear this with this, just do comment. I'll explain another way also. Okay, now our agenda to kind of do like this. Okay, okay, you understood this concept. Now I'm going to give you some kind of task right away. That also I'll show you in and at the end of this video I'll give some kind of assignment also, so you can do from your end. This we did, right? This we did. Now our task is to do like this, okay. This is our, again you must say, see, this is the combination of two right angle triangle, don't you think so? One is this one and another is this one. Okay, if we can make this kind of right angle triangle, then it will be easier for us, right? Let's do this without going to be delay over there. Okay, so what we can do here, now my loop is going to be iterate not from the 0, it has to be start from the 5, right? So that's what I did here. 5 I kept it here in the first case, and 5 is going to be reduced by 1 by 1. Okay, and it has to be iterate from the negative, so that's what stepping size I gave here, -1. And now j in the range of this I plus 1 and asterisk, yeah, that's all. And let's do this and let's see what we can do. Yes, it got printed. Oh my god, this is not a correct way, I guess. Yeah, oh sorry, I made a mistake. Yes, this piece of code is going to be iterate inside of for loop. That's the reason. Sorry, it's my bad. Okay, now I guess again it is going to be happen here. Don't worry, we can make it up easy. It's my bad, sorry. Now let's do this, and yes, I guess this time, yeah, we have done this. Okay, so yeah, this is the kind of thing you can do it up. And one more thing, I would like to give you some assignment over here. Assignment is that you can print like this. Okay, this kind of pyramid. This is your assignment job, I must say. Okay, this is, again you can do like this. Again, it's a combination of two right angle triangle. Think like this. Okay, this is the combination of two right angle triangle, and you can also do, once you can do this kind of thing, so you can do this kind of thing also. Okay, it's not a R&D. Okay, this kind of thing also you can do. Okay, so let's do this. Okay, you just do, and in case if you face any problem, do comment on a window, and we will get back to you. Thanks for watching this video.